We want today to give thanks to God for the gift of the priesthood on this feast of the Sacred Heart, a day of prayer for the sanctification of all priests. We believe that the merciful love of God, which passed through the heart of Jesus, was the source of the gift of the priesthood itself. I want especially to thank God today for all those who are celebrating a jubilee year of their priesthood. You all remind us priests, especially of the day of our ordination. I hope that we can all look back on that day with a sense of deep joy. We are grateful to God for his fidelity to us over the years, and grateful too for the people who have accompanied us through those years. Many things may have changed. Certainly, when we look at ourselves, the hair may be lighter, both in quantity and indeed in colour. The figure may be more substantial. Perhaps our health is not as robust as it once was. But one thing has remained throughout the years: the priestly heart. To each priest I want to say thank you. Especially in these challenging months, I know that many, many people have cause to be grateful for your fidelity, your generosity, and your dedication. We all give thanks to God for your faithful priestly ministry. You know, I grew up in a home where the image of the Sacred Heart was kept in our entrance hallway in a place of honour. It usually had an electric votive light in front of it, which was kept alight all through the night. Yet there was something very comforting about opening the door to our home and immediately seeing this image and the light beneath it glowing at the other end of the hallway. It spoke of safety and security and of the comfort of home. The light for the Sacred Heart was especially important for me and my brothers when we were teenagers, and whatever time of the day or night that we came home at, and we opened the door, we would see its light aglow, welcoming us into the security and safety of home once more. We believe that in Jesus Christ, we discover our deepest place of safety and security. There we are to make our home. He is the one who lights our way and illumines a path in the darkness. Devotion to the Sacred Heart is, of course, rooted in the truth that in Jesus, for the first time in human history, the infinite love of God found a fitting resonance in the heart of a human being. In meditating on his Sacred Heart, we discover the true nature of who Jesus is. His was a heart on fire with a love for the Father, seeking only the Father's will, and always at one in his heart with the Father's will. At the same time, his was a heart on fire with love for the world, especially for the poor and the needy. The Gospels are filled with accounts of Jesus' compassion, his service to the poor, and his loving outreach to those who seemed furthest from God. Out of love for the world, he went to the cross. He did so to bring us access to the Father's house. From his wounded side flowed blood and water, a sign to us of the great gift of the sacraments, born from the open heart of the Saviour. In the sacraments, the infinite and the finite meet. What we see, touch, hear, taste is one thing. What is given, God's life, is another. We long for that day when the sacraments can be fully celebrated in our churches once more, and all may have access to them. In the priesthood too, finite and infinite meet. St. John Vianney reminds us, the priesthood is the love of the heart of Christ. The priest does not act on his own. The heart of the priest is united in a unique way to the heart of Jesus, who called him to this beautiful but challenging life. Today, perhaps more than ever, we priests are called to be men of prayer, abiding always in the heart of Jesus. We must be willing to die to ourselves so that we can more fully live in the one who called us and made us his priests. At the same time, a priest is a man for others. We are called to have the heart of the Good Shepherd, always ready to lay down our lives for those who have been entrusted to our care. Our sanctification rests in looking in two directions, to God and to God's holy people. We know we are weak, sinful. Sometimes we fail. We get things wrong. We hurt others and need to seek forgiveness. All this the Lord knows, but he continues to call us. We are to deepen our intimacy with Jesus, to rest in his heart and find there the home which we need. We are sanctified too through our service of others, and to be for them a living manifestation of the heart of the Saviour. I would like to conclude these reflections by wishing all priests a very happy and blessed feast day. May it be a day filled with the joy of the remembrance of your ordination day, in gratitude to God for his faithfulness to us, and in gratitude to God's holy people for their love and their personal accompaniment of us. May we each make our home in the Sacred Heart of Jesus and find there the fulfillment of our lives and the lasting happiness for all that we long. Please pray for me. God bless you.